This building is was the production building. Back behind, if you notice a little building back there, that was that had big mammoth band saws and this, that, and the other, and all the cutouts for the boats were at that building, and then the proceeds through here. The hulls were brought up on a rail. I think the rail spur is probably still down there. They were brought up and brought through the hulls from Theakston back to the back of this building, and then the production line started. Okay. The hulls were trimmed off, and the deckings were put on, and the finished boat came out, and the finished raw boat came out to this point, and then it was hauled down by a little single trailer down to the old paint shop, and that's where began the different stages of painting. The boats were the dust was blown out of them, they were vacuumed, and then they went in for the first coat of sealer, and they worked on around to the finished product, and that's where I worked originally. Actually, I started here as my first job. My dad got my first job for me, and he wanted to get me out of the house, and he built. I went to work, and my first job was helping the fit-out man, which was what we called then, would put all the hardware on the boats. The fit-out man, and one part of my first job was cleaning out the office and the restrooms. This building was Finest Terrell, a wonderful fella. He was in charge of all the production line, the cutout, all the assembly line, and up to I think around 35 or 40 boats a day before you know, the fiberglass caught up with them. When I came, that was where the first the cutout department. Later on, the parts were farmed out to North Texas Plywood, and several different vendors were cutting out the parts, and then this was closed down, and they used it for the mechanic to service the trucks. And this is where the full-time electrician had his shop. These two guys that use these little hammers and nail sets to put the decking on, they would carry these nails in their mouth, and at the end of the day, their mouths were as black as tar.
Now, you said Mac liked this boat. Why did he like this boat?
This was his favorite boat. To him, it was the prettiest. It had the long deck on it with the open cockpit, and he could strap a couple of big Mercury engines on the back of this thing, and he could make that thing sing. He was really a showman, but and some people call him a show-off, but he was really a showman. Of course, the hull is basically the thing that made this a great boat. And they had some real craftsmen here. They'd come along and they'd lay the keels and the sister keels, the spray rails and the gunnels, and then they would put all the decking on. The upholstered seats were done in a different shop here, and they were coordinated just depending, and it was kind of like buying a car. You could go in and you could order the size boat you want, one of several models, and you could have it done in several upholsteries. These guys with their little hammers and the nails in their mouth, almost like riveting guys. They were really fast, and they put this decking on, and this collar was not used on the boats when I was here. It was just, it came off to the straight off to the gondola.
So this is a 56 or so, do you think? Or,
Yeah, I think. Well,
or later?
no, it's this is I would say it's a 55 or 56. We got across up on the shipment of the boats, and I was standing just about right here, and I was talking to Finus, the production manager, and I saw Mike coming through the building, and I asked Finus, I said, who's that little guy with Mike Derby? Finus started laughing. And he said, that's Roy Rogers. And I couldn't believe, he had on a ball cap and old tennis shoes, Levi's, and I thought he was one of the workmen back there.